24, the average age of the OKC Thunder's roster this year, but if you've been watching them play, you'll find that incredibly hard to believe. OKC has crafted a system that relies on their tenacious defense to then set up their silky-smooth offensive sets. Let's take a closer look at a couple games so far this season that have really showcased just how dominant this OKC team can be. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of NBA games this season, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. The Thunder season starts off with a road trip to Denver to face off against the triple-double machine, Nikola Jokic. With Isaiah Hartenstein and Jalen Williams sidelined for this game, the pressure is on Chet Holmgren to protect the paint. We quickly find out that OKC's game plan is to disrupt Jokic as a team, and their swarming defense was on full display in this one, making the game just a little bit harder for the three-time MVP. Denver tried to set up Jokic in the post, but with Dort sagging off of Gordon so heavily, he's able to sneak up behind Jokic, get the steal, and now OKC is gone in transition. Chet sets a little ghost screen for Shai, Shai gives it to Chet, Chet drives in, Dort cuts on the baseline and gets a tough and one finish. I'm glad to see him cut into the basket creating opportunities, making this OKC offense a little bit smoother. Denver tries to run a play for MPJ here, so they have Jokic setting the screen, MPJ cuts in, he gets the ball, but Chet meets him at the rim and forces a turnover. OKC looks to get everyone involved in offense, and they're willing to pass up a good shot for a great shot. Shai drives in, gives it to Chet at the free throw line, Chet passes it back up to J-Dub, they run a little pick and roll, Chet gives the ball back and gets a tough and one finish over Jokic. Here, Jokic is trying to back down Chet in the post, but he's denied by the future Defensive Player of the Year. OKC then pushes in transition, Kingston gets it to Shai, Shai gives it back to Chet as a reward, and Chet slams it down on the other end. Caruso makes a dangerous pass on the inbound and Westbrook is able to steal it away. Luckily, J-Dub channels it into LeBron and swats the ball away. Wiggins is able to push it in transition, and right here is where he sees how scrambled the Nuggets defense is, and he gets a tough layup to finish the break. This was a great game for the Thunder on the defensive side of the ball. Shai and Chet had a combined 4 steals and 7 blocks and really set the tone for the team as a whole. OKC let the rest of the league know that they don't care how many MVPs your star players won, or they don't care how many championships you won as a team. That pesky defense will make you very uncomfortable every time you bring the ball down the floor. The San Antonio Spurs versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Victor Wembanyama versus Chet Holmgren. This is must-see TV and another game where Holmgren has immense pressure to play at an elite level on both ends. Early on, you could tell that Chet was more than ready for this game tonight versus the Spurs. Sochan drives in, looks to hit Wemby on the lob, Chet sends it out of here, and for some reason Sochan thought it was a good idea to go back up on Chet, and Chet sends his second shot away in less than 10 seconds. Shai drives and kicks to Wallace up top, Wallace with a nice step back 3, and he's able to drain it. Now just imagine if these OKC bench players can continue creating their own shots like this, man, they're going to be annoying to guard. OKC was giving Wemby zero airspace to operate on offense by putting small defenders on him to make him very uncomfortable. This time they have Mitchell guard him on the pass from Sochan. They double team Wemby, and this leads to a Caruso steal to start the break. Caruso and Deng swing the ball around until Wiggins is open in the paint for a nice finish over CP3. Williams is tasked with guarding Wemby on this play, and I'm not sure what Wemby saw in the lob to Sochan, but Chet was in the paint the entire time and easily steals this pass. Chet starts the break, and Williams finds an open Lou Dort on the perimeter to knock down another three-pointer. The Spurs are looking to slow things down and get a nice bucket to carry them into the fourth quarter. They try to run a pick and roll, but due to Castle being so far away from the action, Caruso is able to sag off and disrupt the entry pass. This defensive stop was crucial. It was only a 12-point game at this point, and I believe this curbed the momentum the Spurs had heading into the fourth. OKC clears out and lets J-Dub work in the ISO. He gets right to a sweet spot around the free throw line and pulls up for a clean midi. Like I said before, Williams is evolving into 2019 Paul George when he played for OKC. Shot creation, smooth handles, tough finishing ability, and locked in on defense, all a formula for a great two-way player. OKC knows the second game versus the Nuggets will be their most difficult game of the season so far. They gave Denver their first loss of the season, and they expect them to come around with a new game plan this time. While Jokic is trying to get to his spot, Dort sneaks around him to get the steal. They push the ball in transition, and J-Dub stops to knock down a wide open 3. Shea tried to squeeze in an entry pass, but Jokic steals it and passes it ahead to start the break. I love the hustle by the rookie Mitchell to run up from behind and knock the ball away. Even when they make a mistake, they don't hang their heads and complain. They get back and fight hard to right their wrongs. The Nuggets are in a 2-3 zone to try to slow down the inside scoring by OKC. They swing the ball until it gets to the corner, aka the weak spot in the 2-3 zone, and Wiggins knocks down a 3 to take the lead. Brown tries to get the ball to Jokic in the low post, but the entry pass is denied, and Shea has the ball. He hits a shifty behind the back move on Westbrook, and then repays Dort with a nice pass up ahead for a wide open three-pointer. I love this play because it shows you the Swiss Army knife abilities that Caruso brings to this OKC squad. He grabs the rebound off the missed three, pushes in transition to attack the basket, draws in two defenders and kicks it out to Williams for a wide open three. His presence is felt on both ends of the floor, every time he touches the floor. Despite OKC's loss in this game, it was still a great game all around for the young Thunder squad. Jokic seemed to be uncomfortable for most of the night, and as a longtime fan of the Thunder, it was nice to see Westbrook have a big game and prove that he still has something left in the tank. If it's going to take this much of a team effort to beat OKC every night, then we'll be looking at a very dangerous Thunder team for the rest of the season. OKC faces Portland for the second time. Why was this game of such importance? It was the debut of Thunder's rising star big man, Isaiah Hartenstein. He couldn't have returned at a better time with the majority of Thunder big men sidelined due to injury. Shea passes the ball to Hartenstein to avoid the double, and Hartenstein finishes with a nice up and under hook. Hartenstein's stellar pick and roll game, along with his ability to control the middle of the floor, will open up so many things for this Thunder offense. Hartenstein rips it away from Williams on his layup attempt and gives it to Caruso to start the break. Caruso then speeds up the court, draws the attention of three defenders, which leaves J-Dub wide open for a practice three. If you've never seen Jalen Williams play basketball before, this clip is for you. And one! Yeah, I'm gonna need a second look at that. Hold up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. I know this is only Hartenstein's first game with OKC, but if he can remain healthy all season, this team may be truly unstoppable. Portland tried to throw a lob to their cutter, but Hartenstein doesn't allow it. Dort is able to scoop up the ball as him and Shea kind of play hot potato for a little bit until they reward Hartenstein with an alley-oop finish. This game provided a sneak peek of what's to come with this young OKC team and just how bright their future is looking. Hartenstein scored 13 points, grabbed 14 boards, and swatted away 4 shots. Just imagine for a second how dominant both Hartenstein and Holmgren will be on the glass and protecting the rim once both are out on the floor together. Not to mention that your star duo in SGA and J-Dub can literally put up 30 points on any given night, like they almost did in this game. I mean, is this even fair at this point? The Thunder have clearly elevated their play on both ends and have gotten out to a fast start at the beginning of the season. This Thunder team is the first ever in NBA history to start 7-0, with all victories being by 12 plus points or more. My bold prediction is that OKC will finish the season with a top 5 offense and the number 1 defense in the league. Even though Chet will be sidelined for a while with a hip injury, I just can't stop imagining how dominant this team will be when all the puzzle pieces are together.